So there has been a time where you wanted to approach a girl who you found very attractive. You saw her, maybe even made eye contact with her, but then slowly the negative thoughts started to creep in. Oh, it's not the perfect time. She's way out of my league. There's no way she'd be into a guy like me. Then she walked away and you never saw her again. And later that night, you were sat there thinking to yourself, oh, what if I would have approached her? Maybe she would have liked me back. What if she would have been my girlfriend one day? And I understand this feeling. I've been through it many times, and I know how much it really sucks to see a girl who you want to talk to and maybe even would have had a chance with, but you just never got the opportunity. But through these many failures I have been through, I've developed a system that allowed me to approach women confidently and effortlessly and actually start to build a successful dating life. So in this video, we're going to cover how you can start to approach, and even more importantly, why you have these self-limiting beliefs that are stopping you from succeeding in the first place. But before we do that, my name is Frank. I help young men build their dream dating lives through self-improvement. So if that sounds like something that would interest you, be sure to leave a like and subscribe so you can see more videos like these. So first of all, we got to talk about why you feel inferior. Like, why do you get those constant negative thoughts when you see a girl who you want to go approach? Well, for me, it always came from a constant cycle of rejection. You were probably like me as a younger kid. You struggled a lot with girls, you wanted to approach women, but had a lot of anxiety around it. And because of that, you just never really had success. You'd finally work up the courage to talk to a girl, but then it just wouldn't go well. Then you would get in your head, which would lead to you not doing as well the next time. Then you'd get in your head more, and it's just like this constant state of not being able to talk to women confidently. And for me, it wasn't even just with my dating life. I'd also struggle to make friends. I'd be the kid who, would be picked last in sports when I was younger, and just built a lot of lack of self-confidence in myself through these experiences. But what I really want to address in the start of this video is that you may be struggling with a lack of self-worth, but that does not define who you are. Just because you have struggled in the past and you've gotten into this loop in the first place does not mean it's somewhere that you have to stay, that you have to stick with. I just want you to know that you actually have the power to overcome this, reverse this, and become the guy who has positive self-worth, who has confidence in himself, who can actually build a successful life for himself. But with that being said, the first thing we have to talk about is that you cannot fake confidence. What I see a lot of creators talk about that I somewhat disagree with is they'll say, yeah, just, fake it till you make it, just pretend to be confident. But the issue with that is that if you just pretend to be confident, eventually it's gonna fall. Yeah, you can, learn all these pickup lines and you can think of the perfect thing to say to the girl and act all confident like you're James Bond and like you're this, big guy. But the fact of the matter is that eventually, whether it's on the approach or on the date or after the first date or in the relationship, that fake confidence is eventually going to wear off and you are going to be exposed for it. So yes, you should have a positive self-worth, say good things about yourself, but the fact of the matter is that just saying affirmations in the mirror and just saying, I am confident, I am a high-value man, that's not actually going to change your life. So what do you have to do instead? Well, I believe it all starts with, number one, living a life that is aligned with your best self. What you have to look at is, are you taking the daily actions to build confidence? Are you building a body that makes you proud? Because if you look in the mirror all the time and you don't appreciate the way you look, that's gonna so negatively affect your self-confidence. And I see so many people who say, oh yeah, fitness doesn't matter for dating. Oh yeah, it's just cope, the gym doesn't matter. Bullshit, okay? When you build a body that makes you proud, you get in good shape, you're gonna be so much more confident in yourself. And it's not even necessarily the physique that makes you proud. Because when I first started my fitness journey, I wasn't in great shape, because when you first start, you're not gonna look all that great. But even if you're not there right now, but you're taking the daily actions to get to where you want to be, you're hitting your workouts, you're eating a clean diet, you're getting the sleep, you're building a better future for yourself, you are going to have so much more confidence because you know that you are on the right trajectory in life. So I'm not saying this to bash you if you're not in shape. I'm not saying this to say that you don't, deserve anything. But what I am saying is that you have to at least take the action and at least try to build yourself. And then outside of just the gym, how does the rest of your life look? When you have that homework assignment that you say you have to do, Do you get it done? When you say you're gonna get up early in the morning, you're gonna work on yourself, do you actually do it? Or do you just avoid the hard things and chase comfort all the time? So that's the first thing you have to do. You actually have to build true confidence through becoming your best self and building a daily routine that allows you to do that. Then the second thing you have to do after you start to, build that routine, you start to get in better shape, you start to take care of your own self, is you have to gain experience with dating. Now, the reason why I say this is because I know so many guys who they're good at other things in life, they're in good shape. They have a successful career or business. They're really taking care of themselves on a day-to-day basis. But the fact of the matter is that they still struggle with women, even though they're so good in so many other aspects of life. And the reason for this is just simply put, dating is its own skill. It's its own thing that you have to level up. And the way that I like to explain this to people is, let's say, for example, you're a baseball player or you're a basketball player and you've been playing this sport for 5 years and you're pretty good. And your friend says he wants to start playing baseball. So you take him to the baseball field and you throw him his first pitch and he swings and misses. And then he says, oh, well, I'm just going to quit playing baseball because I'm not good. What would you say? You would say, you're a fucking idiot. It takes time to get good at baseball. You're not going to be good right away. And well, dating is the same exact way. The first time you approach a woman, you're probably going to stumble over your words. You're probably going to say something stupid. You're probably going to fail. But guess what? As long as you have a growth mindset and you approach women not with getting the number or getting the date being the goal, but just simply the goal being to just literally do it, to just walk up to her and talk to her, you make that the focus, you're eventually going to stack some wins, you're going to build confidence, and it's going to get better over time. And you're going to become the guy who can actually approach women confidently. But if you never get started, you just sit here and go, oh yeah, she's just out of my league. Yeah, I'll always struggle with women. You're not going to succeed. But the version of you who just takes action, who focuses on getting better, and who doesn't quit, that version of you will see success. So the final takeaway I want you to have from this video is that you can 100% make a change. You can build your dream dating life. You can become your most attractive self. You can start being the guy who women actually want to chase after and want to pursue. But only if you're willing to make the sacrifices, only if you're actually willing to put in the work that it's gonna take to make a change. And the beauty of this is that, yeah, it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be difficult, but when you do the right things and you look back 3 months from now, you're gonna be so proud of the work you put in and the man that you have become. So I challenge you from this video, do what you have to do, stop wasting time, stop procrastinating, and start focusing on becoming your best self. I'll see you for the next video, bro. And by the way, no pressure, but once you find that my free videos have helped you out quite a bit, you've gotten some value from them, and you want to take your dating life to the next level, and you want my help getting to where you want to be, you can check the link to my coaching in the description, book a free call with me, and we can see if you'd be a good fit and get you to achieving your goals.